Hi, my name is Kim, and I do my internship at Alton Memorial Hospital. The location is on Western, and right over there is where you walk into the place. And these are some of the questions that you will have to learn, the health assessment questions. You kind of want to memorize them really quick, because if you want to be around kids or know more about the person, you want to know like what exactly you need to know, like to ask them. Because if you don't know certain, like some of this information, like where their provider is, not their PCM, or you don't know where their medical stuff, that actually helps you find the resources needed for them. It's a very fast-paced environment. It's very, you just have to pick up and you have to go, and don't just stand there. Well, the first week they're going to have you observe. The first 2 weeks they really have you observe. And then after that, you just kind of have to keep going. The mission statement for Alton Memorial Hospital is to provide excellent family services in a healing and family-centered environment. What do you see as the agency's most valuable services in the community and the clients? Well, they're the only hospital not on base. They have the ER. They have OT and PT therapy on the first floor. They also provide a lot of resources. They have we call it the charity thing, like the charity case or whatever, but like if you don't have insurance, you apply. We have a DSS caseworker that's across the hall from us, actually, and if, let's say, you don't have insurance, you go there and you fill out, she does an assessment for you too, to see if you can qualify for Medicaid. If you don't, they usually put you in with the charity case, and they'll do it income based, so sometimes you have to pay a little, sometimes I don't think so. Some people pay very, very little, and some people it just depends what your income level is if you don't have medical. I think that's the biggest asset we have at Onslow. The agency has been here since 1944, and it started off with 162 beds. I think now they have 184, because they added a bigger ER, MRI area, and a new surgical area, which is pretty big. And what kind of learning activities for students? I think you do a ton of case management. You do a lot of referrals. You're doing a lot of working with the doctors. Like sometimes you have to tell the doctor what exactly to put in, because right now with COVID, if it's not worded just right, the insurance won't cover it, and they can't get home health, or they might not be able to go to hospice. So sometimes you have to tell the doctor what to do, which to me is, I had to really learn that, because it was hard for me, because that's the doctor, you know. But you learn that a doctor is just a person too. But you do a lot of referrals. I was calling people in Charlotte and like past Charlotte, because there's no availability right now with COVID. And what contributions have students provided? All I know is I updated the resource packet. Like we have a resource folder, and we, depending on who you're calling, and it was, every number I was using, it was out of date. So I had to update the whole thing. So what I did is I updated, Sam sent me a blank version. I updated it, and then I sent it back to her. The supervisor, the head one here, is Sam West. She is truly amazing and will really work with you. She's really, really nice. What qualities or characteristics have been helpful or successful at this agency? I showed you the assessment questions. I taped them to, I have this folder, sorry, I'm not good at videotaping. I did it in the car so I could show you also. This clipboard I have really helped. And then what I did is I taped my assessment questions right there. So like when you're in front of a patient, you can have that right there at your fingertips. And to me, that really helped. So I think that's what really helped. But you also have when you're filling something out, you have this, and I write my assessment questions on there. If they're ambulatory, if they're alone, and stuff like that. That one's blank, so I can show it to you. And how have things changed with COVID? Well, you know, everyone's got to wear a mask, but we can't wear the cloth masks. We have to wear the paper mask, and you have to change it every time you come in. And of course, when you come in, you're going to want to use hand sanitizer. There's a bottle right by when you walk in that back door I showed you. There's a bottle or a thing that you don't touch right there. But after I do that, I usually will stop by the bathroom and wash my hands again. Or there's a sink in the office and you can wash your hands there, because I think washing your hands kills more germs. But that is my video, and sorry if it was kind of messed up, but I wanted to do it at the hospital so like you knew like what area you would have to walk in, and you knew a little bit more. So I wanted it more at the hospital, but I don't have a mask on and I wasn't trying to go inside because of COVID. So thank you, appreciate it.